Hey everybody, it's your girl Danny P, checking in for Capture 412 Media. Here we're capturing the dirty laundry. Now we're here for the Encore red carpet event, so let's see what the cast has in store. Joseph, so how are you?
I'm well, and yourself?
I'm very well, So what made you come up with dirty laundry? What made you just wake up one day and say, I need to write?
So I've been acting for about 8 years now, and I wrote a short project in 2012, and from that, I said I want to take this character and expand and really try to come up with a story that explains me as a filmmaker. So that's where that came from. And then I started writing. I didn't like the script. I hated it. And then I asked my friend, who's also a screenwriter, if he wanted to come on and co-write it with me. And we co-wrote it together. And then that's how I got Dirty Laundry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how would you say with production, how would you say as far as picking the cast and seeing who you wanted to play the main character, like each character envisioned in the actors and actresses? Like, since I know you had to have hands on to pick them, which one brought out the character, I should say?
For Larry, who plays the main character, I actually wrote the project for him. So the project was tailored to his talent. As far as everyone else, it's really hard in Boston, I think, especially to find characters who want to be fearless and to play gay characters and to play characters that, have just basically nude in the worst way as far as their character and going raw. So casting was a lot. But once I got to the end, it was like, okay, I need to pick who's going to play this. We start production. I found my last character 2 weeks before we started filming.
Really?
Yeah, you'll see him, Christian. He's actually my favorite actor in the film. So you'll see him in there. So it was a bit stressful, but it came out okay, yeah.
Okay, so how was behind the scenes production like on set?
Crazy. I'm telling you.
With Larry, I could see how it's crazy.
So Larry had a Tanisha moment on the set where he started banging pots, because Larry and it was one day of production. We didn't sleep for 48 hours because we shot. I had to go to work the next day. We came back. I shot from 7 to 9 and then did an overnight. So Larry and I were up, and you can only imagine with no sleep, you're going to go crazy.
Yeah, I go super crazy on my
but he wasn't the only one. I mean, you'll learn tonight, just when we do a Q&A, you'll learn that these people are crazy, but they're crazy good. So it's crazy on set, yeah.
Okay, well, I am excited to see the movie.
Yes.
I really want to know about Christian's character, but I don't want to do a spoiler.
Okay.
I don't want to do a spoiler, but I'm going to ask you off of camera about his character. Okay. Now, Thomas, you are also the co-writer of this movie, Dirty Laundry. Now, so how did you and Joseph come together and just make this magic happen?
This whole thing was Joseph's idea first. When we met and we started exchanging ideas, he's like, I really have this project I really want to do. This is what it's going to be. He sent me an email, and I read through it, and I'm like, if he believes I can add something to this, then I want to be a part of it, definitely. And from there, the writing process was just smooth sailing, and a year later, here we are.
Okay, so how would you describe the production? As far as, getting the talent, scouting talent, and then starting to film, like, what would be your favorite part of the process?
It's not easy. So for anybody out there who thinks that when they watch the finished product that, that looks like fun to do, it's fun, but it's very, very hard work. Long production days, 14 days, there was an overnight shoot. Joseph got no sleep because he directed the film, but he got no sleep. It's fulfilling and rewarding, but it also takes very hard work and drive. If you're not sure this is something you want to do, then it may get the best of you. As far as my favorite part of it, it's just in editing, seeing everything come to life. The words that I wrote, seeing the characters take the dialogue and take it beyond what I imagined, it's magical to me, and it makes me feel great to be a part of something like that.
Okay, so what would be something that was challenging during this whole process? Anything challenging besides the long hours?
Definitely editing. It's very tedious, but it's obviously necessary. But when you have your vision and then technology doesn't always work the way you want it to work, and sometimes technical issues happen. So it's really difficult because you have to make sure that you want what you want and when you want it. You can't, because if you don't pay attention to things, then when you get the finished product, it just doesn't add up. It's not consistent. So I would say definitely editing is the number one most difficult thing. Like, forget about writing a script, forget about long hours on set. If the editing does not come together right, the movie falls apart.
Okay. Well, thank you, Thomas, for your interview. It was definitely a great pleasure, and I can't wait to see your words on screen tonight. It's Larry Rogers Jr.
AKA Julius.
Okay, aka the main star of this whole show, and the reason why we are all here. He is Jason.
Actually, the reason we're all here is Joseph.
Joseph, that's true. Joseph, because his
and
vision.
Thomas, it's their vision.
Their vision.
I just brought it to life.
He just brought the color. He brought the art to life. Hey it. But okay, so Jason, we have to get in character for our last conversation.
Okay.
How are you feeling with your husband? Like, as far as he left and then he realized, the grass definitely wasn't green on the other side, honey. Pay it. Fish, you don't do good with fish. We all at the beach. Pay it. But once you go to that beach, you can't go back. But no, seriously. How did Jason grow from that? From when his husband first left, his husband trying,
I would say he went from being totally dependent on someone else to lead his life and tell him what he needed to do, what was right, to being independent. He finally learned how to stand on his own 2 feet when that pedal, those training wheels, which is Perry, when he left, it allowed him to stand on his own 2 feet. So I actually think it was a good thing. I think it was a good thing that Perry left. Yes, I think it was good.
It was a good thing for for your mental then. It was a good thing for the mental space.
Yes.
Because I know with Lorenzo and Rose, ATTG. Well, Rose is more so the driver. Lorenzo is, okay, let's go pop the trunk on the bit. No, I'm just joking. But seriously though, with your friends helping you, how would you say in today's time with friendship being, so very hard to come, good friendship, hard to come by, how would you say about those two with helping you with something as big as this?
They were my rock that I can go to them in any situation, and I knew I would get the honest and 100% truth. And I felt like that's what he needed. You be real with me. Tell me I look shitty. Tell me I need to get my shit together. That's what anybody needs, and that's what any friend would do. Any real friend, as I see it.
Yeah,
like, if you can't tell me in the time of need, bitch, you look bad, you need to get it together,
right.
You need to get back out there.
If you can't tell me I got that boogie in my right nostril, then we can't hang. We can't
right,
That's true.
Yeah.
So then what about Rose? Like, how do you, I'm not Rose, I'm sorry, Maya. How with Maya? Like, do you feel bad for her Not at all.
Sweetie, you can't take somebody and try to turn them, just like you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, you can't turn no queen into a husband.
You better tell it now.
I'm sorry, I do not feel bad. She knew the circumstances. She knew what him and Jason went through, so what makes you think it's going to be better? The grass is never green on the other side. It's just fake. It's faker.
It's just fake.
So, baby, you ain't take nothing but a headache from me. That's all I see.
Right.
That's how I see it.
So, okay then. So now Jason picked up with his life and stuff. So he's in a much better space. Is there a new love interest for Jason?
There is. And I think you guys, I'm not going to speak too much on it because I don't want to give too much away.
No spoiler alerts.
No spoiler alerts, but you guys are going to love it. There's a lot of sex.
Ooh, child.
Steamy, hot, passionate sex, girl.
I need me some 50 Shades unrated because they did me an injustice on the movie.
Oh, God, but it's very passionate and intimate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely can't wait to see it. Thank you again.
Of course, you know I love you. Mwah.
This is my boo right here, y'all. Your character. So, can you let us know what character you play in the movie?
I play Maya, the boyfriend of the cheater.
Oh, so Maya is the woman that her current fiance was Jason, the main character's ex-husband.
Yes.
So, with this storyline, how did you feel with your current fiance's past marital status?
It was hard. It's hard to take in because you feel betrayed. You find out that he's married, and not only is he married, but he's married to a man. So it's something hard to swallow, but get through it.
So with Maya's character, I heard that she can be a bit controlling in a sense. Is that true, or is she just an alpha female that a lot of characters in the movie can't handle?
I think she's just an alpha female. I think she's worried about getting hurt, and she doesn't want to get hurt. So she has a tough exterior, and she tries to make sure everything goes her way, just to avoid things going askew and her ending up hurt. I don't think she's trying to control anyone per se. She's trying to keep her own feelings in check.
Okay, so does Maya feel any remorse or regret about how Jason's feeling?
I think she does, but she's more concerned about herself. She's just more concerned about herself in the relationship, so she tries not to think about the other person and their feelings in his past.
Okay, well, I can't wait to see your character in the movie and to see if she's an alpha female or she's, a little on the controlling side. I think she could be alpha female, though.
I think so, too.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. And yourself?
I'm doing great.
Okay. Now that we're here at the red carpet event for Capturing the Dirty Laundry, tell us a little bit about the film.
It's about an African American male that was cheated on by his husband with a woman. And he basically cheated on his husband to get ahead in his career. And through that process, he realized that it was his husband who had his back. It was his husband who was riding with him all along. And he regrets ever leaving him for that woman, but yeah.
Wow. So that's kind of different. You don't hear that these days where a gay man is left, for a woman. It's
Right.
always the other way around.
Yeah,
So
women for a man.
hearing that, it's like, whoa, okay, that instantly got me intrigued. What made you want to bring this topic to screen?
I mean, it's very important, first of all, as a gay male, to know what gay men go through. It's not every day that you see it, but I appreciate Joseph's Craft for bringing it to the light for people to realize it's happening and we have to attack it whether we like it or not.
Okay. Now, with the African American community, with this being such a sensitive topic, how do you expect the feedback to be from the movie?
I'm hoping it's positive. We can't get positive out of everybody, but that's all you can hope for. Hopefully there's no negative feedback. I think people will actually like the project and it will open a lot of eyes for people. So.
Okay, so this film, who is it supposed to relate to ultimately? I know besides the African American urban community, but who are you trying to reach? What message are you trying to reach?
I think it can reach anybody that's going through a problem in a relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with the main character, his friends Jason, his friends that he has, those two, they seem very Rose and Lorenzo. When I read their characters, I'm like, I'm a lot of Lorenzo, but I have Rose. I gather my Rose. I have to gather.
Lorenzo's a little crazy.
He is.
He's out there.
Yeah, so with their two characters, it's kind of like, okay, with those two, for his friends, how do they really help him move on and move into the next, season in his life?
So I feel like Rose is the pat you on your back, everything's going to be okay. And Lorenzo's the type that's going to drag you through it, whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? And sometimes you need someone to drag you, and sometimes you need people to pat you on your back.
That's
So that's the type of friends that they are. They're totally two different people, but you need them and
when you have troubled times
Yeah,
like
you
this, you
gotta-
need those type of friends.
Right.
The ones that'll get crazy and the
Especially
ones
the ones
that'll
that will
tame
drag
that
you.
crazy. Yeah.
And you got to face reality whether we like it or not. So.
That's true. Well, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Louis. Thank you, Louis.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You guys really do look like twins. I cannot believe I am. Hey, girl. Hey. So, can you please introduce everyone your name and your role for the movie?
So my name was Tyson Bell, and I was a production assistant, and I also worked as a script supervisor. No, not a script supervisor. The prop supervisor. Sorry.
Okay, so that means you had to get the costumes together. You had to get basically everyone snatched, for the.
Well, kinda. I had to go through the whole 100 and something page script and pull out every prop that was used and make sure they had a prop.
Wow, that had to be so tedious.
Took me a couple of days.
A couple of days to get all the props?
Yes, between work and that. Yeah.
So how was days on the set then?
Long. But they were fun because we're all friends, family. So like having like a set full of your friends and family, we were able to joke around with everybody and just friendly debates and fun stuff.
Okay, so then what would you say was your best time on set?
My best time on set was probably filming outside because it was so hot in the house because we couldn't have the AC on.
Oh wow, how come?
Well, it interferes with the sound that you're hearing, so all ACs had to be off, phones, people's voices.
They trying to have me sweat on my edges. I don't do that, honey. My edge control barely
my
holds
edges
these
was
days.
done.
Right. Okay. That's all. I don't do that. Y'all wouldn't have had me like that, so no. So was there any challenging times with the crew or production or?
I think the most challenging time I had was our overnight. I was up all night long with them. Take after take. I might have fell asleep a couple of times.
Okay, I would have
But it
stopped in the
was
corners.
take after take after take. But that's one of the best scenes in there.
Okay. I did hear about that, like sleepless nights. I don't know how y'all did that because I would have been a grouch if I don't get
think-
my 8 hours of beauty rest.
Once we were done, we made a mad dash to Dunkin' Donuts for coffee and anything else.
Wow, I would have went to sleep, but I mean Dunkin' Donuts.
Some
is
people
cool,
went
too.
to sleep. I couldn't go to sleep.
Right, I would have to think about me a
Who was
sausage
showing
and
up
cheese.
afterwards?
That's where it's paying. My sausage and my culotta, so shoot. I mean, hey, I wouldn't have went to sleep.
Well, see, I was the driver, so I had to stay up for them.
Oh, see, oh no, and you was a driver. At least you pushed through it. You pushed through it. But
Yeah,
thank
girl.
you so much for your
Thank
interview.
you.
Though. Thank you. So wait, I actually have one more question. What is your favorite scene in the movie?
My favorite scene is the fight scene. It's very powerful. It's the argument scene that we did overnight. It's very powerful. It brings out of a lot of different people's emotions. It touches on a lot of points that a lot of young women these days are feeling and insecure about. So it's a really good, powerful scene.
Okay then. Okay then. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, girl. Ladies, introduce your names.
I am Sakina. I'm Christine.
All right, guys. So let us know what you guys did behind the scenes.
Well, we held the boom from a distance.
Right.
And basically, it's kind of what you can hear everything that's going on in the background. Someone's next door doing something, rattling, eating on chips, talking trash. You can hear all that.
Right, I was over there saying cut, I could hear you, so y'all gotta start all over again. So
Okay, so what was your favorite part, like with filming for the production?
well, for me, I wasn't there for like the whole thing. So I was there towards the end, and like it was just fun seeing everyone, like everything come together. So it was a good experience to see it like towards the end.
I would say a good part was, even though I know it's not, for the actors it's not a good part, but the saying take 50,000 times for the other people, because I think that it's funny when they get upset and it's like they have to start over, but you're laughing at it, but they're not at the same time.
Okay, so are you ladies in the industry, like, for doing it, or are you just helping out Joseph?
Just,
You know,
I'm just helping out.
just helping out? Oh, you guys are some good friends. Joseph has some good friends helping out. I need some friends like that for my project. But no. But no. Seriously, but was there, what's your favorite scene in the movie from when you guys were shooting?
Let me think.
I don't know. I like the part. There was a by the pool scene. It was pretty interesting. I don't know if it's just because of bloopers that I almost got thrown in, but other than that, that was like my favorite part. It was pretty intimate. Sorry to cut you off.
Sorry. I would say my favorite part was when we was in the park, because the part with two of the actors, when they were on the bench and then they were on the grass, and I think that we saw the sunset as well, so it was beautiful, that scene.
Okay, so you guys had to do, I know, a few different locations changes where you were filming each scene. How hectic was that? Like going from location to location, having to make sure that the sound in the background, you know, it was drowned out for the actors. How was that?
I mean, it's always a challenge when you have, especially with Joseph's projects, is, the personalities are all different. Everyone's loud. Everyone's in their own world, so you always have to put everyone else in check. Like, hey, like, quiet down. Larry's pretty loud, so
I can see that. I can see that.
so he's always the one you be like, Larry, shut up. So
So how was it getting the crew, I guess, getting the actors and actresses back together from being their loud personalities and having to bring them back into the film?
I would say, like, depending on what scene it was for which I was there, just trying to be focused and make sure we're gonna get done on time and not having like the attitudes like left at the door. Even if something happened early in the day, just drop your attitudes and let's get to work.
and I think also everybody already knows once it's time to go, it's time to go. So
Okay, because I heard that there was cell phones were taken up, like you could use it on break, like there was no games being played. I'm just like, oh my gosh, if my cell phone is taken, I start panicking. So
I mean, everyone should know. I mean, at this point, and late in the game with Joseph, you should already know it's game time. So let everything go.
You gotta be focused and
Right.
ready to go. Even if
At
it's
all
like, even if
times.
the wind's blowing, you gotta be like, okay, I gotta stay here, hold the boom again,
Right.
and that's what you just have to do.
oh, okay, he needs train to go, people around him. Okay,
Yes.
all right, all right. Well, thank you ladies for your interviews.
Thank
Greatly
you.
appreciate it.